What's good, YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing. We'll be back at you again. We have a sparring partner of Deontay Wilder by the name of Junior Fa. What kind of name is Junior Fa, by the way? That says that Deontay Wilder sustained an injury to his right bicep in camp getting ready for Fury Wilder 2. Close to the fight. I don't know how close he injured it, but it was pretty close to the fight. And I want to talk about that. First off, why would he take so long to come out and say something about it? Supposedly Deontay has had surgery on this arm. I don't know that to be factual, and I don't know that what Junior Fa is saying is factual. It seems like every other day, every other month, we have different people coming out with different things and accusations on Mr. Deontay Wilder, pertaining to the second fight against him and Fury. Now, that actually led me to go back and watch that second fight, and I've watched it time and time again. But I was really trying to pay attention to see if something was actually wrong with his right hand or his right arm. His money punch, right? I did notice something different in Deontay Wilder. Now, I don't just watch the fight. I watch it from when they make it to the arena, not even dressed out yet, to when they dress out, to the end of the fight. Now, what other fight do you know of Deontay Wilder when he paced back and forth the entire time before he actually went out to fight? What other fight do you know of Deontay Wilder doing that? Because he did that in the second fight against Fury. He paced back and forth the whole time. Every time the camera they would get footage in the dressing room of Deontay Wilder, if he wasn't getting his hands wrapped, he was up walking, pacing. And I think that was nervous energy. I really do, because I had never seen him do that in any other fight. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I may be. I doubt it, but I may be. I'm talking about walk back and forth to the time he suited up and walked out to the arena. And now, I'm not saying this isn't true. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't believe it. So, when the fight started, the thing that I noticed was them chicken legs of his, man. It seemed like from jump he was on wobbly legs. Now, I don't know what that could be from. I know I've gotten nervous in the ring before, and my legs were like rubber. I know that. In my opinion, okay, I'm not in Mr. Deontay Wilder's mind, but I believe Deontay Wilder was terrified. I knocked this man down. The first fight, he got up. He was depleted. He wasn't 100% Tyson Fury, and I couldn't beat him. I couldn't knock him out. In the second fight, I counted 5 straight right hands that connected to Tyson Fury's face, and he ate them. You got to understand this. When you've gone pretty much your whole career knocking people out, and be completely honest, knocking bums out or people past their prime, then you develop a security about yourself. You develop a certain awareness and a certain confidence about yourself that I'm going to knock everybody out our face. And not only that, Tyson Fury was 270 some odd pounds in that second fight. And Deontay Wilder knew that. That man was nervous and he was scared. My opinion. I'm not in his mind, but that's what I saw. So I did notice how wobbly his legs were, because he was throwing the right hand. And another thing I saw is how fatigued he got so early, so quick, so fast. Because he came in heavier. 230, 31 pounds, when he usually comes in at what? 215, 212, something like that. See, Deontay Wilder is not a huge guy. He's very tall, but he has a small frame, very long. And he came in at 230. Was it a lack of actual training? Did he just gain weight to think that was going to give him the edge and forgot about everything else? More than likely. More than likely. Because he's surrounded by a bunch of yes men who's not going to tell him that, hey, that's the wrong move. For some odd reason, they were afraid of him. His team act like that they were afraid of him. He ran it. He ran the show. He ran the show. And what he say went. So I saw that he got fatigued really, really fast, and I saw that his legs were very, very wobbly, is what I saw. And I saw a terrified man in the ring, is what I saw. And not only that, I don't know why people don't replay this or talk about this. At the end of the fight, in the ring interview, this is the only thing, the only excuse and complaint that I heard come from Deontay Wilder's mouth was in the ring interview right after the fight. He said there were complications that came up before this fight, or I had a couple of things that went on before this fight, and my leg was already weak coming into the fight. He said, but I'm not going to make any excuses. But my leg was already weak at the beginning of the fight, from the jump, due to other little things. Whatever other little things mean. He said nothing about his right bicep. Because I know if it was me, I'm like, look, y'all, hey, I lost. He won the fight fair and square, but I wasn't 100%, man. I sustained a freaking injury in training, up to this fight, very close to this fight. That's what I would have said. Now, Deontay Wilder hasn't come out and spoke about the injury or came out and spoke about if Junior Fa is stating factual information or not, which he's not. He's being quiet. He's down in a hole somewhere. But I just don't believe it to be true. I think it's another freaking excuse. I think it's another way to sell the next fight should it happen. I still don't think it's going to happen. I just don't understand why these accusations keep popping up. I just don't get it. Do you think he sustained a bicep injury? If he did, why didn't he say so? Why didn't he say so in that ring interview? Instead of saying his legs were weak. His leg was weak coming into the fight. From the start of the fight, my leg was weak. My leg was weak, excuse me. As a matter of fact, if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you right now. Here's the clip right here. Just listen.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things going on coming into this fight. But it is what it is. My leg was already weak coming in due to other little things. But,
out of the horse's mouth. Deontay Wilder. What's your take on this? Comment below, let me know. As always, respect all, fear none. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing, baby. We out.